Welcome to the second episode of Listen to Me. I'm your host, Bobby Dream, Dreamland Boxing Unlimited. And I'm here for a very specific reason. I wasn't going to say a lot about boxing, being that, we're just coming out of a pandemic. I was going to let the news develop a little bit before I started to throw more videos at you. I didn't want to report on Deontay Wilder twerking or Mike Tyson's, possible comeback. I didn't want to do any fluff stories. Okay? But right now, today, okay, it's been reported by Mike Copinger, among a few other sources, but Mike Copinger, I believe, was among the first, that Jarrell Miller, Brooklyn's own Jarrell Miller, I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I take it seriously. A lot of people, from Brooklyn have a lot of pride, okay? Jarrell Miller was someone that in the past I wanted to do well because we shared the same hometown. Jarrell Miller reportedly again tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs for a number of things. Reportedly, it's another 3 substances. Now, need I remind you, June 1st, 2019, last year, Andy Ruiz upset Anthony Joshua in one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing history. That was supposed to be Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller had talked his way into that fight, and then he popped for steroids. 3 substances again when he waved his own finger at Anthony Joshua. United Kingdom's own Anthony Joshua, whom I have to say has never tested positive for any substance. Yet Jarrell Miller waved his finger in the air, just like Rafael Palmeiro did to Congress. He waved his finger in the air in the direction of Anthony Joshua and he tested positive. And then again, given a second chance. The only thing that happened to Jarrell Miller was that he lost the AJ fight and he got thrown out of Matchroom. Guess what? He got picked up by Top Rank and he tested positive again. Jarrell Miller is a disgrace to the borough of Brooklyn and what it represents in the great history of not only boxing, but heavyweight boxing. Need I remind you, the great Iron Mike Tyson, Brooklyn's own. Need I remind you, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, 1 professional loss in his career only to Evander Holyfield. People forget how great Riddick Bowe was when he was in his prime, when he was ready to go and focused. Okay? He held the Undisputed Championship and he held the WBO title. Okay? He's a 2-time heavyweight champion. Just as Mike Tyson is a 2-time heavyweight champion. Just as Shannon Briggs, Brooklyn's own Shannon Briggs, is a 2-time heavyweight champion. Okay? Zab Judah, one of the greatest welterweights in the history of boxing. An undisputed champion at welterweight. Let me tell you something right now. All those men, they bring honor to Brooklyn. They bring prestige to the borough of Brooklyn. They define what Brooklyn boxing is all about, as do many others. Danny Jacobs, Saddam Ali, just to name a few. Guys from Brooklyn that can get it done. Teofimo Lopez. Okay? Jarrell Miller is a disgrace. A disgrace to boxing, a disgrace to the borough of Brooklyn. And let me tell you something right now. Pack your bags and leave. We don't want you no more. We don't want you in boxing anymore. I'm from Brooklyn. So if I don't want you in boxing and the guys from Brooklyn don't want you in boxing, I'm not the only one. Around the world, you're not welcome anymore. This is not baseball. This is not football. This is not basketball. Okay? Taking steroids in those sports is bad. In football, it's even a little worse than baseball and basketball because you can put physical harm on someone. In boxing, the sole purpose of the boxing event, of the match, is to put more attrition on your opponent than you receive. To beat him more than he beats you. And to take steroids to give yourself an advantage, you could kill somebody. Cheating, you could take another man's life. And that's not a narrative. Look at Patrick Day. Look at Maxim Dadashev, just to name a few that have died over the past few years. Okay? Men's lives are at stake inside the square circle. That's serious business. And to cheat, not just once, but twice, to be caught. Obviously, if you got caught twice, you weren't just cheating twice. Jarrell Miller, you're trash. Garbage, you're dumb. That was my sole purpose to come on today and give you Listen to Me Volume 2. So, Jarrell Miller, if you ever hear this, you ever see this video, you listen to me. Pack it up. Brooklyn don't want you. Boxing don't want you. Bye. Until we meet again, my friends. I'm The Dream, and this is Dreamland Boxing Unlimited. Listen to me, Episode 2. I'll see you again. Peace.